This video is a part of online presentation assignment for Engineering 104 in University of London. In this video, we're going to talk about current divider rule. This rule allows us to find current through any individual resistor in a parallel combination if we know the total current going through these parallel resistors. If you have parallel resistor in a circuit, this will make the calculation much easier and simple to calculate current in any circuit. Before we jump onto the current divider formula, let's talk a bit about equivalent resistance. Equivalent resistance in a parallel circuit is simply the product of individual resistance divided by the sum of total resistance. This equivalent resistance doesn't change the circuit physically but only makes some conceptual change in order to simplify the mathematical analysis of the circuit. Ohm's law simply states that the voltage in any circuit is equal to the product of current times the resistance. And if we use the results from previous slide in terms of current, Ohm's law becomes P equal to I times the product of individual resistance divided by the sum of individual resistance. Now let's see what we can find about the individual currents I1 and I2. As we saw before, voltage is given by I times R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. And I1 is given by Ohm's law, which is equal to P by R1. And if we substitute the value for V, then our I1 becomes I times R2 divided by R1 plus R2, and similarly I2 becomes I times R1 divided by R1 plus R2. These I1 and R2 are basically the current divider formula, and they basically says that current through any resistor is equal to the product of current times the other resistance divided by sum of total resistance. However, the previous formula is only applicable if the total number of resistors in a parallel circuit is 2. If it's more than 2, then general current divider rule is applied. The formula for general current divider is given by this formula. And here's a simple example for current divider rule. R1 is given 2 ohm and R2 is given 4 ohm, in which the source current is 2 ampere. And if we put this value in the formula, then R2 is 1.33 ampere and I2 is given 0.67 ampere. And if we total these two values, then the sum will be equal to the source current, which is 2 ampere. So it also verifies the Kirchhoff's current law as well. In summary, current divider formula tells us the total current through the parallel combination of the resistor is divided among the individual resistors. So the largest current is passed through the smallest resistor in the parallel circuit.